So I was reading the story of when Jesus fed the 5,000 today. You know the story. 5 loaves, 2 fish, and miraculously 5,000 men, plus men and women, were fed from that small amount. Well, I was reading it today with a little bit of a different perspective. When the disciples brought the concern to Jesus that they did not have food and people were going to be getting hungry, Jesus responded to them and said, "Feed them." He didn't explain how they were going to be fed or provide any other explanation. He just said, "Feed them." Of course, the disciples had a human response and a rebuttal saying, "We don't have enough food for all these people. What are you talking about? You're crazy." And Jesus was like, "Do what I've asked. Gather the loaves and the fish. Let's give thanks. Let's pray." And then start spreading it out among the people. And miraculously, there was enough. And God did a mighty work. It just showed who he was and his love for all those people in such a small but practical thing. And so as I was reading it today and doing my devotional with my friend, what really struck me is how many things where we notice a need, or we have a passion for something, or we see something, we go, "Oh, somebody should do something about that," whatever that is. And God's saying, maybe you should do something about that. Even if you don't know how it's all going to work out, even if you don't know what to do, even if you don't necessarily have the faith that God's going to do a mighty work, maybe you should still be obedient and do the next thing that God has asked you to do. And then he takes over and does something amazing. Touches your heart, ministers to you, see God come through for you, and then bless all those people, whatever the thing is that you were called to do. So, what has God laid on your heart? What need have you seen that maybe God is asking you to step into?